You survive. Embrace the power.
Colonel Hauer? Warden Grahl told me you could use a hand here.
That's right, heard you put down a riot in his neck of the woods. Heck of a feat.
Certainly piqued my interest. Senator Tudos, chairman of the Penal Oversight Committee, delighted to finally meet you. You know, I'm about to propose some new legislation to the Senate. Bold stuff, very controversial. A Jedi's endorsement would go a long way.
Senator, focus.
Right. Things have spiraled out of control here. Thousands of prisoners on the loose. Segregation thrown out the door. A veritable frenzy of interspecies violence.
You kept the prisoners segregated? What for?
These criminal types are notoriously intolerant of other species. The genocide we've seen here only proves it. Our biggest concern is a tribe of Ratataki called the Blood of Talath. Bunch of raving fanatics bent on slaughtering every other species. They are ambitious, crafty. Recently took to ambushing warden droids and stripping away their power cores.
Intel suggests they're compiling the stolen power cores into one massive bomb. Probably mean to blast their way out of here.
Throw everything you've got at them. Contain them while you still can.
Out of the question. I have my hands full just keeping this station secure. If the Ratataki break free, they'll kill anyone they find. Guards, prisoners.
Not to mention senators. You've got to disable that bomb and contain this madness.
Those Ratataki aren't going anywhere.
Splendid. I knew we could count on you.
It'd probably be best to keep the Ratataki from acquiring any more power cores. If you can retrieve some of the power cores they stole, we should be able to modify the warden droids to prevent future tampering.
Dismantling that bomb comes first, though. There should be a security terminal somewhere in the area. Report in when you've defused the bomb.
Embrace the power. Feel the power of the Sith.
Senator, I've disarmed the bomb. The Ratataki aren't going anywhere.
Excellent. A crisis contained is a crisis controlled. I'll inform Colonel Howard at once.
Gina Hagwa, Buntagu, Subalonkaku, Subala wa Wunikupa, Tomtitak Makichisa.
What's that? Is someone else there?
Guanachuta, Kasayali, Koiredo, Kankikong.
Is there something you haven't told me?
Agua Bosca Punyo, Bosca!
That's enough. I'm a member of the Republic Senate. I don't answer to the likes of you. Colonel Howard and I were overseeing a military exercise of sorts. Project Noble Focus. We tested prisoners of varying species against one another and analyzed the results. All entirely consensual.
Kavaji Oto, Takogo Hota, No Pisto Bambaula.
This is a serious abuse of your power, Senator.
Everything I did for the good of the Republic. Surely a few prisoners' lives don't outweigh that.
Ronda Kavakio Topa Bubanda Baka, Murishaneta. Kiko Bokili, Otabunki Donko, Patagawata.
The Ratataki are a dangerous bunch. You're lucky to be alive.
Gaptula do bota dwana winki slimo, poya tuka changa. Kipuna male tota, admishka kabanotasema. Chiliska chananga, waning chikospa, inigo dade.
Don't waste your time with filth like him. He made his bed, now he can lie in it.
You'll be safe in the minimum security wing. I can tell you how to get there.
Fapa, Giowanta Hompamuli, Rabampaula.
If you're done fraternizing with prisoners, we can use you back at the base. There are new developments. Colonel Howard can fill you in when you get here. We'll talk more then.
Embrace power.
Senator Tudos told me you defused the bomb. Not a moment too soon. And I see you brought back the stolen power cores. I'll have our engineers start modifying the Warden droids immediately.
The Ratataki still have the run of the wing, but at least we've contained them. For now.
We need to talk about Project Noble Focus.
There'll be time enough for that once the Ratataki have been dealt with. Focus on the crisis at hand for now.
Our satellites have picked up a large number of Ratataki in the Nemoidian compound. Up to their usual antics.
And here I was hoping it was just a social call.
The satellite images we've seen are pretty grisly. Far as we can tell, they're butchering the Nemoidians.
We've got to get down there and put a stop to it.
I'm not so concerned about saving Nemoidians as I am putting down the Ratataki. We've confirmed that Sulkaz, the Blood of Talath's ringleader, is personally overseeing this latest massacre.
He's everything you could want in a fanatical leader. Loud, ruthless, and utterly demented.
Eliminating Sulkaz will take the fight out of the Ratataki. Show them who's in charge. You've got to get down there and stop him.
Whatever it takes to end this madness.
Expect a bloody fight. Sulkaz rarely does anything without someone dying.
Make sure it's not you.
Embrace the power.
Masawata bangaola cartoon futam haung taumnen. Jubguhu zuza haga, noeksa nunsa bahala. Rugul of namul konfu ensesque nu unswat.
Go into battle looking for revenge, and you'll only lose more troops.
Huma, ormalo mentu gorastuk. Kahandu veo nedzit unquejo levutu. Gahal ravul asjon ujuet untumata.
This makes me uncomfortable, but I have no choice.
Udea kabura, huasab ayudar tatem. Provata gahal gurefes sugurututa selvagu. Jonulu hagan datalamutu ondotta juestakon.
Feel the power of the Sith. Feel the power of the Sith.
There are things you should know. Tell me when you're ready to hear them. The Empire's plan of attack is to free as...
Embrace the power. Sith. Embrace the power.
Oh, that stench. Almost as bad as the Nemoidians. And your face. Disgusting. I will cut it off.
I do not fear you.
You laugh now. You will scream later. Your body will be discarded with the rest of the Nemoidian filth. Your head I keep. And the lizards, they shall eat well tonight.
It's done. Sulkaz fell in battle.
There, you see, Grawl? Problem solved.
You created that murdering slime, Senator. As far as I'm concerned, you're the problem.
You remember the Warden? Afraid he doesn't much care for our little project.
Your little project jeopardized the entire prison and violated countless ethics laws. You should be put away.
Torturing prisoners may fly with the Sith, but the Republic is above that sort of thing.
Spare me the show. The Republic has poured countless resources into containing these degenerates. It's high time we got something in return.
And we have. Project Noble Focus has given us a world of insight into the different species' strengths and limitations. Just think. Entire campaigns planned with each species' capabilities in mind, our wartime efficiency will skyrocket.
That doesn't give you the right to experiment on prisoners.
What's right and what's necessary are rarely one and the same.
Whatever your feelings, this project, and our involvement in it, needs to remain classified.
Think of the backlash if this gets out. Every planet in the Republic will be up in arms. Entire systems could secede over this. Surely a few dead convicts aren't worth all that.
Don't use the Republic to cover up your part in this. You broke the law.
That's right. It might get ugly, but the Republic needs to hear about this. I expect to see you back here real soon, Senator.
We'll see.
That settles that. Now to bigger concerns. We've got trouble in the maximum security wing. General Skylus says some unidentified species is tearing through his men. Deep prison is where the true horrors of Belsavis lie. If Skylus can't stop them, all this will have been for nothing. Help him.
Feel the power of the Sith. You survived.
Pack, I fixed all the monitoring stations. Locate Dr. Gantrell.
On it. Scanning now. Found his tracking signal. He and his team are in an underground containment vault. Sending you the coordinates now. I hope you get there before Kranis.
Embrace the power. Feel the power of the Sith. Embrace the power.
You're fast, but not fast enough. Executor Kranos is gone.
Rayful.
It's Commander Rayful now. Thank you for blessing Colonel Harith with a glorious death.
Is the Executor afraid to face me?
Executor Kranos must complete his mission before he is wrapped in the cold embrace of death. Like the Emperor, we draw power from the suffering and death of others. These scientists are not hostages. They are fuel to feed us as we strike you down.
If you hadn't come here, we owe you our lives.
That was amazing. Outnumbered, outgunned, but those Imperials never stood a chance.
Pack? How did you see that?
Saw the whole fight in the security hollow. Pretty incredible, and I've seen some good fights.
I don't need compliments. I need to know where Executor Kranos went.
Kranos is what the Imperials call their leader. He took Dr. Gantrell.
Took him? His tracking chip says he's right there.
The Sith carved it out of the doctor's skin and threw it in the corner. He screamed the whole time.
Do you know where they were headed?
The Imperials demanded access to the prison's power core, but those levels are sealed. There's only one key to the core, and we secure it inside the main research vault. Only Dr. Gantrell can open it.
If they need Dr. Gantrell for the code, they won't kill him.
Dr. Gantrell's a brilliant scientist, but he's not a brave man. He'll give them the key. Wait. There's more. Our team created a number of advanced warfare prototypes by combining Republic and alien technology. When the Empire attacked, we hid the weapons in one of the vaults near the Republic settlement. If the prisoners find them...
I think I can spare a few minutes to keep deadly weapons out of criminal hands.
You'll be saving thousands of people.
Those lives are meaningless. Stopping Kranos is all that matters.
You're a Jedi. You can't turn your back on this.
Pack is right. I can't let good men and women die.
You can secure the prototypes and still catch up with Kranos. I know it.
That should stop any prisoners from getting their hands on these weapons.
Thanks. I know some prisoners who would do a lot of damage with those things. I never really believed the stories about Jedi. Until now.
I still need to get to the research vault and rescue Dr. Gantrell.
I don't have comm access to the lower levels. You'll be on your own. Good luck, Jedi. We're all counting on you.
You've already gained access to the maximum security wing. Impressive. I didn't expect my men to kill you, but I was hoping they'd slow you down.
Your pathetic followers never stood a chance. Neither will you.
The Force is a powerful ally, but I have my own resources, and more than one plan to destroy this world. My commandos are planting explosives along the volcanic rift. The detonation will trigger cataclysmic eruptions. Geysers of molten lava will kill millions, including you.
All these little traps are spreading your forces too thin. You won't have anyone left when I finally catch up with you.
If all goes as planned, that meeting will never happen.
So this is just a distraction?
One you cannot afford to ignore, not unless you want the Emperor to win. If you're going to stop my commandos, I suggest you hurry. I'll press on without you. I'm sure you understand.
Ah, Master Jedi. Major Otis P. Vallon, Cell Block Command. Welcome to the Eye of the Storm. We might have chaos outside, but in here, order and discipline rule the day. Let me show you our protocols.
Security breach! Major, the Eshka! They seized the capacitor facility!
They what? Absolutely not.
They just executed 4 of my maintenance crew!
Sounds like your well-oiled machine needs an overhaul, Major.
Don't just stand there. Report.
They're taking the engineers and slaughtering everyone else! The Eshka want to use the geothermal capacitors to power a ship and get off the planet. They're interrogating the engineers about how to do it!
Clever buggers. That could actually work.
Why don't you let me deal with this?
Good. We have to get those engineers out before the Eshka learn how to rig those capacitors. You'd better bring back the capacitors, too. We'll secure them till this difficulty passes.
You've got to hurry. Those are my guys they're killing.
Embrace the power.
Chest hurts.
Try not to breathe, son. Ribs broken. Almost punctured your lung. Gonna try and move it.
General Skylast, we've lost the bridge. Enemies smashed through, heading right for us.
Knew we couldn't hold them long. Tell everyone to fall back. We'll make our stand here. Welcome to the fight for Belsavis, Master Jedi. You're just in time to be torn apart by a horde of escaped warmongers.
You'll need to be more specific. What are we dealing with here?
Imperials got careless, opened something they shouldn't have, unleashed an entire army on us, some species we've never seen. They're called Eshka, remnants of a galaxy-spanning civilization predating the Republic. Couldn't play nice and got sentenced here. Permanently.
If the Republic didn't lock them up, then who did?
A species even older than the Eshka. Had the right notion, keeping them here. Too bad it didn't take. These Eshka are relentless. Been hammering us non-stop. Won't be long before they overrun us. We need a diversion, something to put them on the defensive and stall their momentum. That's where you come in.
A diversion will slow them down, but it won't stop them.
This diversion could be the game-changing act we need to turn the tide of this battle. We've pinpointed 2 potential targets. A supply depot and an outpost housing some of the Eshka's key leaders. Hitting either of those ought to draw their warriors back and allow us to retake some ground.
The Eshka will be nothing without a chain of command.
They're holed up in an outpost right now, probably planning something horrible for us. Kill every last one of them. You're still welcome to go after the supply depot. Dangerous, but every bit helps. I'll see if I can get some more answers about these Eshka while you're out. Good hunting.
Report your ailments. You are fit for duty. Return to your post. You are fit for duty. Return to your post.
Embrace the power. Embrace the power. you survived. Embrace the power.
Dr. Gantrell, I presume?
You arrived just in time. That beast was about to eat me alive.
I've got to stop the Imperials. Where did they go?
Kranos took the key to the prison's power core. He intends to destroy it. Do you have any idea what that means?
Yes. He'll wipe out all life on Belsavis.
It's far, far worse than that. The power core derives energy from hyperspace itself. A detonation will send shockwaves at light speed. Belsavis's destruction is only the beginning. The shockwaves will annihilate this entire system and consume the ones adjacent to it. Trillions will die.
You coward. You gave Kranos everything he needs to kill us all.
He tortured me.
You knew trillions of lives were at stake. You shouldn't have talked.
I'm not like you. I'm just a man. Please don't leave me. Seal me inside of one of the empty vaults until the Republic regains control.
Stick close. I'll get you to safety.
Don't take the bait. Leave him.
But you're a Jedi. You can't just leave me here to die.
Follow me. Let's make this quick.
Thank you. Head to the empty containment vault. I'll be right behind. I'll be safe here until reinforcements arrive. Thank you. Stop Kranos before he detonates the power core. For all our sakes.
Stand by for examination and
Feel
suggested
the
progress.
power of the Sith.
You are fit for duty. Return to your post.
You survived. You survived.
power station's been taken offline.
Kumun haba u kunit mekwasta bahala. Ul kwaluta meta jurherfut presuno jormola e kunit ungamasnetet accusata.
Embrace the power.
Reminder, mechanized travel is for official business only. Be safe out there.
Feel the power.
You did it and then some. With their leaders dead and their supplies destroyed, the Eshka are in a bad way. They're pulling back now. Should give us time to catch our breath. Thanks.
What else can you tell me about these Eshka?
You've probably guessed the Republic didn't build this place. It was constructed thousands of years ago by a species called the Rakata. The Rakata hated the Eshka. Wrote about them like they were a plague. Waged a war that engulfed the entire galaxy. In the end, the Eshka were nearly wiped out. The few 100,000 survivors brought here to be locked away in stasis.
If only the Imperials had known how dangerous the Eshka were.
Idiots were so giddy about making life difficult for us. They didn't notice all the do not open signs. The Eshka conquered half the galaxy in their heyday. And they'll pick up right where they left off if they ever escape. Your raid caught them off guard. They're crippled, shaken. Now is the time to press our advantage and halt their advance for good.
The less time we give them to recover, the better.
We've traced the bulk of the Eshka's comm activity back to a small cavern. We think they're using it as a command station. Whoever's in there is coordinating the Eshka's entire offensive. It's our best shot at taking out their leadership. I want you to take it.
There's no time like the present.
There's a lot of extra comm chatter coming out of that station. Not sure what all the commotion is about, but we can't wait to find out. Find the station, take out the leadership. Then, maybe we can go back to pushing the Imperials off this rock.
You survived. Embrace the power.
Warning. Threats or violence will result in immediate suppression. Subject identified as non-inmate. Threat, negative. Warden Team Leader TM09, requesting Republic assistance. Subordinate droids have been compromised. Inmate containment endangered.
Tell me what happened here.
Eshkar inmates captured all subordinate droids. They have been reprogrammed to attack non-inmates with lethal force. This unit can supply emergency security spikes to override Eshkar reprogramming. Inmate suppression request. Use security spikes to reclaim subordinate droids.
I can win back your droids for you.
Acknowledged. Prepare for heavy resistance. Reprogrammed droids will be directed to engage inmates until area is pacified.
You survived. Embrace power.
Mafurk naho ratiest bi elmu, intisor ma hefne.
Tasted the dark side, have they? How enlightening. Killing me will bring them further down the path.
Ziniest jur drukal jasbro, li hidan naka miest hija. Bien furk dan mitov, makopiet ni chorma, gurm genach.
You and your kind have menaced the Republic long enough.
Ziniest jur drukal jasbro, li hidan naka miest hija.
Don't waste words on these vermin. Kill them and be done with it.
Jik inter, mebeg drest pasiat dan ilbi, for cost in pain.
He may be a Sith, but I won't just sit by and let you butcher him.
Zekian actest vertin huli tikmen kitieb. Ane, hio hiafne takta. Gorfkiodiam, tiest ziti kor mili kiest madwa. Jik inter, mebeg drest pasiat dan ilbi, for cost in pain.
Very eloquent, very scary. Now die. You've considerable skill, but Eshka are hardly the deadliest things in these catacombs. You should run along before you hurt yourself.
I came here for the Eshka, but if you're looking for a fight...
Much as I would enjoy the release, I have bigger concerns. The galaxy is cluttered enough without another faction vying for power. I suppose I'll have to purge these Eshka myself. Otherwise, they might very well destroy your republic. And then what would I have to look forward to?
The Eshka General is dead, but he mentioned something about awakening a World Razor that would destroy us all.
Wait, the World Razor? He said that? So maybe it is true. This is bad.
Have you ever heard about the World Razor before?
Just rumors. Not from the most reliable sources, mind you. A few deep cell inmates were babbling about it. Could barely understand a word they said, much less put any stock in it. Went on about this thing in the planet's core. Claimed it was massive, as old as the galaxy. I thought it was just superstitious nonsense.
The Eshka believe in it. That's enough for me.
If this World Razor actually exists, waking it up is probably the worst thing the Eshka could do. You've got to stop them. Best place to start is the deep prison. All kinds of ancient monstrosities sealed away down there. You'll be on your own, though. Watch yourself.
Stand by for examination and suggested product. You are fit for duty. Return to your post.
You made it. Good. Now listen up. Got a possible lead on that World Razor. Recon droids picked up a large contingent of Eshka, headed for the prison bowels. Elite soldiery. Very dangerous. Led by none other than the Eshka's patriarch, Gore Claw. If that maniac's involved, it's a sure bet they're up to something.
You think this has something to do with the World Razor?
Can't think of anything else that would rally the Eshka like this. The Eshka are gonna need one heck of a trump card if they run off this rock. My money's on the World Razor. Dug up some records on the thing. Very apocalyptic. Saw phrases like, destroyer of planets and eater of stars more often than I'd like.
What could the Eshka possibly gain by releasing something like that?
They have two things on their minds. Escape and genocide. Seems the World Razor will facilitate both. Overheard some Eshka comm chatter. Something about disabling a fail-safe. Could be our ticket to stopping all this nonsense. The transmission came from a nearby cave. Lots of Eshka assembling there. Gonna need you down there to see what this fail-safe is all about.
Whatever the Eshka are up to, I'll put a stop to it.
This mission will take you deeper into Belsavis than anyone's gone. It's a dangerous world down there, but the Republic, heck, maybe the galaxy, is counting on you. Good luck.
You survived.
Things you should know. Tell me when you're ready to hear them.
The power of the Sith.
Things you should know. Tell me when you're ready to hear them. There are things you should know. Tell me when you're ready to hear them.
Dakoruli enite de ger bukene het. Kabies mete te verfrost, jan tetrogise. Abi puedermos doligan de bisobediest.
All this time, I thought I was looking for a device, not a person.
Argit, des bienes descire. Des matzenke hujum. Maestrame huruba. Des biel bien tisere basamana.
The Eshka must not have wanted you telling anyone how to stop them.
Il heleske kakwe. Me bagadres pastiatan elbines för kastinti. Karista, si jingbatad, hejebator.
If your people had just destroyed the World Razor, we wouldn't be in this mess.
Mirengebres, biesjara, ganvistia. Afarjet jestese, dieres, leke yestertinte. Temor, toheke lurm, sabies tentetors, telebrestia.
tauz azulus uvar tung mi chakulka dimaji. Chobut I kafstuan dileji hulo kuta.
My time is growing short.
Nocha conchi scotcha punchi. Piti do tenya go kaka jujo. Da biska ku pariya. Chanusna asubwi mota uipa. Muja job chalka.
Be direct. Tell me what it is you want.
Patoga wata kiko uba kiri wata buki donko. O grani tampio da pushi wumpa. Pu tula musta. Ni at ambumpa poshuda mokili mokranki.
I cannot argue with that.
Ne charla so dedi conchita. Poya toka changa goptula do bata wana wanki.
Do you feel it? There is vast, destructive power here. It's intoxicating.
Jik inter, mebeg drest pasiat dan ilbi, for cost in pain. Ziniest jur drukal jasbro, li hidan naka miest hija.
Goreclaw, I presume.
Bien furk dan mitov, makopiet ni horma, gurm genakt.
Now this is priceless. Backed into a corner surrounded by filth. Looks awfully familiar.
There you are. I knew I saved your skin for a reason.
I make a point of settling my debts, as these creatures are about to find out.
Mafurk naho ratiest bi elmu, intisor ma hefne.
Sith.
Ikut jest migiak data. Tudem fodien tiekia dakshek es zenya. Avulkiet circuma ratiesge kore.
The Force was with me as usual.
Arturk kimi bekru shun meta in timat gahayest. Zraben dzigiała. Mogol jest kiberru dziasnu. Tedzidur inti galiesti mi beksta inti.
What kind of rewards are we talking about here?
Litiest tikinti twetlek. Hin orbiet tietgie, li jorkun insortet. Jektirgied lagador bra kal, janasiest nierho.
I came here to activate the Burning Way, not destroy it. And on that note...
Yes, meta, inti, kitelmel umdor. Varjek, hiesnet, se jegrest, likilest, jerk inti.
We're getting rather good at killing these things, aren't we? Miserable worm died before he could realize the utter futility of his dreams.
After all he's done, I wouldn't have minded seeing him suffer a bit.
I suppose there are plenty more of these Eshka brutes to slaughter. Surely one of them can give me the despair I'm looking for.
embrace the power. The Sith.
You're too late. The detonite charges are in place. Even you won't be able to stop them all in time.
All your tricks and distractions can't stop me, Kranis. I'm ending this.
We're all going to die here. The difference is, I'll live again.
Pemnining bagi naya, napikara hikap, naya karak, bawa jamgun, nepin memna.
Better late than never. It's over, Kranis. Don't be a fool. Surrender.
For the Emperor's glory, die and be reborn.
The power of the Sith.
Umnuk inumemnu, amka kammem, perolak palak.
Colonel Bartov?
Baraka kemyu amkam nemnu, namgan bak umnok kijak. Kanam jiwa nemak, hemgam yama naya angam.
Did she give you any details?
Jukaki mem paninu, amka bina pek memnu kimgam. Nikag agak kip nebab, naya amgam baraka ki.
Subordinate droids are reporting significant suppression of Eshka activity. Programming overrides appear successful.
Can you get the help you need?
Affirmative. When conditions are safe, a maintenance droid will respond to assist me. Your concern is unexpected. May you succeed in your own primary function.
Embrace the power. Embrace the power.
There you are. We were getting worried. Thought maybe I'd sent you to your death down there.
General Skyless told me about the World Razor. Hard to believe something like that's been down in the vaults this whole time.
So what happened? Did you stop the World Razor?
The World Razor's been sealed. He won't be going anywhere for a long time.
Knew I could count on you. Fine work out there.
I can't thank you enough for all your contributions. You've done the Republic a real service. Project Noble Focus would still be up and running if you hadn't exposed Senator Tudos and stopped those Ratataki.
And you even took out Goreclaw. Good riddance, I say. That lunatic had it coming.
Unless you need something else, I think we're done.
The Eshkar are still on the lam, but they've taken a big hit today. Still plenty of stragglers, but with Goreclaw dead, a lot of them have started killing each other. Weird, but I can't complain. You put a lot on the line to help us out there. The Republic owes you one.
Embrace the power.
Greetings. You are cleared for the following travel routes. Be safe out there. Reminder, mechanized travel is for official business only.
You survived.
Colonel Bartaff, I was told you wanted to see me.
First, let me express my gratitude. Your actions saved many Republic soldiers.
Your special forces were invaluable during the battle with Executor Kranis.
I'll make sure their actions are properly recognized. It isn't every day soldiers are praised by a Jedi. I won't waste your time, but there's something I need you to clear up for me. My forces apprehended this prisoner during the riots. I need to know why one of the galaxy's worst criminals was helping you.
I thought Pack was one of the guards. You're telling me he was one of the inmates?
It's true. I came here a decade ago as a prisoner, and I deserved it. I did things you don't want to know about. Being on Belsavis, surrounded by scum just like me, it opened my eyes. Even if I could never leave here, I could still change. It took years, but I did it. The warden made me an honorary guard. Said I earned that.
You worked hard to turn your life around, and he rewarded you for it.
I'm trying to make up for the terrible things I've done. The warden gave me that chance.
So you claim. Unfortunately, we have no evidence to support your story. It's possible the records were destroyed in all the chaos. However, it's also possible you're lying.
Whatever he used to be, he's changed. I couldn't have saved Belsavis without him.
Now you see my dilemma. I don't want to imprison someone who doesn't deserve it, but I don't want to set a criminal free.
I couldn't have completed my mission without Pack. He's earned his freedom.
I'm not authorized to let Pack leave Belsavis, but I can see that he is restored to his guard status.
This means everything to me. Thank you both.
I'm sure you have business elsewhere. Thank you again for everything you did here.
You survived.
Master Satele, Executor Kranis and his followers are dead. Belsavis is safe.
The galaxy is in your debt once again, but I fear this is far from over.
The Emperor would never devote all his resources to Belsavis. We must find his other targets.
There is a rumor of high-ranking Sith gathering at a remote Imperial space station, allegedly on the Emperor's orders. One of our best scouts volunteered to investigate. He's disappeared.
Rumors are good bait to lure a desperate Jedi.
That, or the rumors, are correct. Jomar Chul attempted to infiltrate the Imperial space station where the Sith are meeting, and hasn't checked in since. I know you and Jomar have had differences, but I believe he's onto something.
If the Emperor is involved, this may reveal his plans.
This is worth pursuing.
I'm transmitting coordinates to the space station. I have no advice for getting inside.
Leave that to me.
May the Force be with you.
Master Jedi, I'm aware that my recent military record might raise some concerns. I want to reassure you that my squad fatality rates have not consistently been this high.
So you only lose all of your men some of the time?
The first squad I commanded after making Sergeant was sent to free POWs being held at a small Imperial outpost. Intel said the place would be lightly manned. Most of the Imperials wouldn't arrive for another 24 hours. Intel was wrong.
The outpost wasn't lightly manned, or the POWs weren't being held there?
The Imperials sent their reinforcements a day early. When my squad broke into the outpost, we were outnumbered 10-1. We were outmanned and outgunned, but we achieved our objective. Freed all the POWs, and came out alive. My squad's casualty rate was 97.4%, but we had no fatalities.
It's impressive that anyone made it out of there with those odds.
They were good soldiers, far better than any of the others I've had under my command. Our mission was accomplished without permanent loss of Republic resources. That squad was effectively trained, and as a result, we achieved victory much more efficiently.
They must have been remarkable soldiers.
They are. Good soldiers are a resource. Yes, their loss damages the war effort, but they are meant to be used. Victory for the Republic is worth any cost. Master Jedi, our downtime has had a positive impact on my battle readiness. I believe I'm 14.2% more prepared for combat now.
What? What does that even mean?
It's a statistical analysis of, well, I won't bore you with the details. I've had a lot of time to think. I've forgotten what that was like.
Relax while you can, Sergeant. There's more fighting ahead.
I'm looking forward to it. I've been thinking about my original squad. I haven't seen any of them since we liberated that POW camp. They seem to be on active duty, but I can't find any mention of commendations or recognition. They should be decorated soldiers.
I'm sure you'll find something.
Carson, Nadja, Eckert. That whole squad has simply vanished.
One might almost believe that you considered those soldiers people.
They'd be most valuable to the Republic deployed on the front. This just doesn't make sense to me. Finally tracked down my old squad mates, Master Jedi. Wishing I hadn't. General Garza recruited them into the Special Forces Black Ops program. But now, they're in a detention facility on Berun, convicted of war crimes.
War crimes are a serious charge. How did your old squad go from being heroes to convicted criminals?
Black Ops doesn't make heroes. It trains killers. If the right targets die, no one complains. They renamed my old squad the Surgeons, tasked them with destabilizing the Empire's command structure by removing its best leaders. But the Surgeons didn't just target Imperial commanders. They went after the officers' families. They wanted to send the enemy a message.
I wouldn't put it past the Empire to frame your old squad.
I wondered the same thing. But the fact is, they all confessed. They're proud of what they did. The detention center's warden says my old squad mates are serving life sentences. They're young. That's a lot of years to spend in cages. The next time I get nostalgic and curious, Master Jedi, give me a planet to invade.
You'll be pleased to know I remain the most advanced steward droid in the galaxy. If that ever changes, I shall recommend a replacement.
Old Doc's always been more of a lover than a fighter. But I had to up my game since you came around. It's not easy looking good when you're fighting next to a Jedi. But I figured out the trick.
Care to clue me in before our next big battle?
Let's just say I'm getting a new nickname. Dr. Knockout. Yep. Next time we're surrounded by the scum of the galaxy, they're gonna be sorry they met me.
I don't believe this! We missed the party of the Millennium last night. It's all over the holonet. Music, dancing, attractive people. We could have been a part of it if we hadn't been on the wrong side of the galaxy, saving everyone's lives as usual. 2 heroes of the Republic would have been colossal at that shindig. Infinite opportunities for romance. We would have had it made.
What you mean is you would have had it made. I would have been stuck keeping you out of trouble.
If that trouble was 1.6 meters tall with green eyes and red hair, I'd have let you off the hook. I'm in the prime of my life, and I'm spending it with people who enjoy running around on exploding planets. All I want is to abuse our fame just for one night. Is that so wrong?
What have you got for me? Only a few dozen senators have access to those accounts. One of them must be an Imperial spy. Until we find out who hired the bounty hunter and why, we can't be sure of anything. I never pictured you as a politician. I never realized you had so many varied skills, T7.
Your people speaking of the Empire sound like a distorted echo. When I was born, we thought the rest of the galaxy to be mystery and legend. We had been alone for 1,000 years.
What was it like? I can't even imagine.
We were what you made us. In my youth, Jedi were how you threatened errant children. Obey your masters or the Jedi will obliterate you. For thousands of years, we had total control of 100 star systems. Then the Jedi drove us to the farthest fringe of the galaxy.
The Emperor had subjugated thousands of species. Every non-Force user was enslaved.
They were safe and served to their own capability. This is hardly worth debating. I gain nothing from understanding how your Republic's fools view the galaxy. I am surprised that once your council finishes its brainwashing, any Jedi has a spine left to oppose the Emperor. Perhaps you are young enough to still cultivate the strength of the Sith.
I'm open to Sith tricks. What have you got?
The dark side is no trick, Jedi. When you release the control the Jedi Council has drilled into you, when you feel anger in your every connection to the Force, when you can accept that a man of authority must use any means necessary to achieve his ends, then you will have discovered the dark side. I do not know how more to prepare you to face the Emperor. What has your training been? All I know of Jedi ways is from Revan. Surely they have changed in 300 years.
How does someone become the Emperor's wrath?
There has only ever been one. My training as a Sith was not far different than Korriban today. Only my visions set me apart, made them bring me before the Emperor. In his presence, I first saw who he was and what he planned.
It must have taken great will to conceal such thoughts.
Showing anything but submission would have been my death. I alone could not defeat him, so I chose to wait for one who could. I thought Revan and the Jedi Exile were my chance.
Revan and the Jedi Exile are legends. What were they like?
It should not have surprised anyone that Revan turned Sith. He knew you cannot fight the dark side without understanding it. The Exile was harder to read. Even with all she had done, she never trusted herself. With Revan, she was his student again. I liked them. I would have served them, but my vision told me they would fail. I cut down the exile and brought Revan to the Emperor as a gift.
You regret betraying them. There is room in the Force to forgive even such heinous crimes.
I do not seek forgiveness. The only way to live long enough to find the Jedi who would kill the Emperor, to find you, was to convince him to trust me. He took my offering and gave me a place at his side. He gave me immortality. It was a gift, but not without its price.